and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren in the Books. I hope you're all having a lovely week so far. Today is a book haul, a rather big book haul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books. Actually, would have been 13, but 2 aren't here. So I thought, it's because I've had a month off, isn't it? It's because I've had a month off. Things have got a bit like, things are backed up. Things are backed up. My shelf on my itchy foot. Does that mean I'm going on a journey? That's what old wives' tale, isn't it, to say that. My shelf that I have on my book trolley was almost full to bursting with all these books. So I've done my book haul. I've split it into 4 categories. First one is books that I've bought myself. Second one is books that the publishers have sent me that have come accompanied with chocolate. And third one is non-fiction and then fiction. What's wrong, David?
That's right, sorry.
He's booking some cinema tickets for Captain Marvel. We're going to see Captain Marvel tomorrow. I'm filming this on Sunday, so by the time you've watched this, I will have watched Captain Marvel. Looking forward to it. Let's talk about the books that I have bought myself. I bought 3 books this month. 1 hasn't arrived and once I've lent out, so they're not going to include. The one that I've lent out is 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. Very much enjoyed that book. You will see that I gave that 5 stars in my wrap up. I have also ordered. Oh my god, I've completely forgotten what it's called. I'll never know. It'll be on next month's book haul, sorry. And then I've also bought Cersei by Madeline Miller, which I'm reading at the moment. As you will know, I'm trying to read books from the Women's Prize long list, so I've been buying a few and reserving some from the library and listening to them on Audible. I'm listening to Milkman on Audible at the moment. Very much enjoying this so far. I'm on page 200. I might read a little bit of it in the bath in a mo. Oh, I might actually do that. I'm looking forward to a bath. I haven't had a bath in an age. I've been to the board game cafe this afternoon. I mean, where else do I ever go at the weekend? I've been there 3 weekends in a row. I've given myself a bit of a backache where I've sort of hunched over some very good games. So yes, that I've also bought. So, next lot of books, all hashtag gifted. You have to say that nowadays, don't you? And as I said, I'll start with the ones that I've been sent chocolate with. The first one is The Snakes by Sadie Jones, which was only published this week. Only came out on the 7th of March. This is published by Vintage, I believe. And this is about Bea and Dan, recently married. They rent out their little flat in London and decide to go for a big trip to France. And they go and visit, whose brother is it? Bea's brother. Bea's dropout brother at the hotel he runs in Burgundy. Disturbingly, they find him all alone in the ramshackle hotel, deserted apart from the nest of snakes in the attic. And Alex and Bea's parents make a surprise visit. And I don't know who Dan is. Dan can't understand why Bea is so appalled or why she's never wanted him to know about them.
The husband?
I don't know. Oh, Bea and Dan, yeah, of course. I was thinking Alex. Alex is the brother. So yes, so that is that. And I got sent some little chocolates here, like little hotel chocolates, I imagine, because it's set in a hotel, which is quite exciting, with little snakes on them. So I know a little snake that will be eating those. So is that you?
I'm not a snake.
Say, make a snake noise. You're like, you know the snake in Robin Hood? When he's behind that, when he drinks all that wine. Yeah. That's what he's like. And then the next book that got sent with chocolate is Open Up, The Power of Talking About Money by Alex Holder. This is a non-fiction book published by Serpent's Tail. This has only just come out as well. This is a book which takes the awkwardness out of talking about money. I know not much more than that, so I'm interested to read it. I also got sent this little box that you can put your pennies in, which I do like to save my pennies. David and I like to save our pennies for Christmas. And also this big, massive chocolate coin. Look at that. And David's just said he doesn't want it, so I might keep that and eat that.
No, I want it.
You just said you didn't want it. I said you can have that in a minute.
Yeah, but I just don't want it now.
It's a one-time thing. You can have it now or never.
Yeah,
I don't know where else I'm going to put these. I'll put that there. Right, from now on, everything stays over here. So, the rest of the books I've got are fiction or non-fiction. I'll start with the non-fiction because there's less of those. This one I'm super duper excited about. First of all, the cover is amazing. This is The Gendered Brain by Gina Rippon. This is published by The Bodley Head. And this is about whether brains are specifically male or specifically female. So some of the comparisons it gives here: reading maps or reading emotions. Now I assume that reading maps is supposed to be sort of like attributed to male, but I am fucking good at reading maps, aren't I, David?
I don't know, I don't think I've ever come
Yes,
to
I am. I used to really love like orienteering and stuff like that, and I loved maps.
I didn't know you were oriented.
And I used to like what are those maps called? Oh god, that's got like all the lines on them and stuff. I used to like doing that in geography. Barbie or Lego? I prefer Lego. I'm sure that's not supposed to be. And it says, we live in a gendered world where we are bombarded with messages about sex and gender. So yeah, it talks about whether brains are gendered. I think I read the first few pages of this, and one of the first things it mentions is that female brains weigh less than men, and that is supposed to, and apparently there has been some sort of cases that have said that, well, let me find it. Women's inferiority comes from their brains being 5 ounces lighter. No thanks. So I'm looking forward to finding more out about that. And then the last non-fiction book I've got is Stand Tall Little Girl by Hope Virgo. This is a autobiographical account of Hope Virgo's journey with anorexia. She refers to anorexia with a capital A throughout this book, as she sees anorexia as her best friend throughout this. So it's going to be interesting to read about that, and I'm looking forward to reading about that. I really feel like I should educate myself in these sort of social issues, particularly ones that I haven't had any experience in. So looking forward to getting that. So those are the non-fiction books. I am now going to be talking about the fiction books, and I've been sent quite a lot and I'm quite excited. The first one I've been sent, I quite like this front cover. It's a tummy button. This is sent to me by Fourth Estate. Recently, Fourth Estate contacted me and asked me if I wanted to be added to their press list. Yes, I did. You don't like it?
No.
Don't look.
Oh.
It's made David feel funny.
Okay.
And I said, yes please, Fourth Estate, I would love that. And they've sent me this, which is translated from the Italian, and it follows it says, I was in my 6th month when the girl came knocking. The girl came empty-handed, on the threshold, her hair down, her jeans tight. Are you the professor's wife? The girl asked me. I have to speak to you, she said. The professor raped me, the girl said. So yeah, looking forward to reading that. It's also got here, Vanity Fair Italy said that this is the first post-Weinstein novel. So interested to read that, and interesting front cover as well. When I opened it I was like, whoa, that's strange. Then the next book I've got, this is not out until May. I think that's out in June, by the way. Yeah, that's out 13th of June. This is out in May. This is The Woman Who Wanted More, and this is out in May. A lot of these books are out in May. And this is by... can't find who it's by. Vicky Zimmerman. And this is a book about 2 women. Kate Parker, who is recently, she's in her 40s and she's recently had a relationship breakdown, and she decides to start reluctantly volunteering at an old people's home where she meets 97-year-old Cecily, and they bond over a cookbook and they get cooking and things like that. And something that was included was a recipe, which says here, breakfast at home after returning from a nightclub. But yeah, it sounds very interesting. Cecily prescribes Kate a self-help recipe book with a difference, and so begins an unlikely friendship between 2 lonely and stubborn souls. Interesting. I like books about women. Very much enjoy it. Now begins the section of the book where the section of the video where books are wrapped up all beautifully. So this was sent to me unsolicited. I did not know this was arriving. Lovely little green ribbon on there. Enjoy a green ribbon. And then this, speaking of maps earlier, look at this lovely map. This is on like tracing paper, and it's got a gorgeous map of what is says here is Pelican City. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. And this comes along with Sophie Green's Potkin and Stubbs, which is illustrated by KJ Mantford. This is published by Piccadilly, and it is a sort of crime fighting novel for a young audience. I believe it's a middle grade book, and you follow Lil Potkin, who she wants to be a reporter, and she gets into sort of like looking into crimes and things that are going on, and she is accompanied on those trips by Nedley Stubbs, and she quite quickly realises that she is the only person who can see Nedley Stubbs, and Nedley Stubbs is a ghost. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. I think David would really like this as well. I just really like the front cover. It said on the press release, it said like Scooby-Doo meets Casper in Gotham City, which I feel is very exciting. And actually, I'm going to pop that back on there because I really like that map, and I feel like that will come in quite handy when you're reading it. Very nice. Next book is also wrapped up like this. This is Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly, and this is a retelling of the first of 2 fairy tale retellings in this book haul. This is a retelling of Cinderella, told from the stepsister Isabella's point of view, who has always been sort of in the adaptations of Cinderella that I've seen, basically the Disney movie, because that's, my sister used to watch Cinderella on repeat when I was younger, like every single day. Every day she would watch Cinderella. I don't even think it's that good a Disney film. It's not like like one of the best ones. It's not got any good songs in it. The only thing I really like is the fact that Gus has got a little t-shirt on with no trousers or pants on. I like that very much. But yeah, the rest of it's not that good, but Charlotte used to watch it constantly. And in that, the stepsisters are depicted as ugly and miserable and catty and competitive and awful, and in pantomimes that I have seen and things like that. But here it says that Isabella is not beautiful, but she is fearless, brave and strong-willed. She fences better than any boy and takes her stallion over jumps that grown men fear to attempt. It doesn't matter though, others have determined what is beautiful and Isabel does not fit their definition. Isabel must face down the demons that drove her cruel treatment of Ella, challenge her own fate and maybe even redefine the very notion of beauty. So yeah, sounds interesting. That is also out in May and it's published by Hot Key Books. As I said, that was the first of 2 fairy tale retellings. This is The Beauty of the Wolf by Ray Delaney. Speaking of beauty, look at this bloody front cover, it's absolutely gorgeous. Naked hardback with these gorgeous golden leaves, and it says here, for he is the beauty and I be the beast. So in this retelling, which is described on the press release as a feminist retelling, also they sent me this with a little wolf charm on a nice little purple ribbon. The beauty in this story is a male called Beau, and the beast in this story is a female called Randa. She lives in a London alchemist cellar. She is deemed too monstrous to see the light of day. So yes, very, very interesting series. I feel like I saw Jean haul this recently, and I think she was going to read it for her readathon. So yes, I'll get to it soon, hopefully. Came with a feather too. And then the last book I've got is The 7 or 8 Deaths of Stella Fortuna by Juliet Graham. There's a lot of books out at the moment that are called The 7 Dudadas of Dudada. So this is another one of those books. I've read one, heard of another, and this is another one. This is published by Hodder and Staunton. This is also out in May 2019. Let's discover together what it's about. I've just received so many books and it's been such a long time that I've received them. I haven't really very familiarised myself with them. This is, when I tell you Stella Fortuna was a special girl, I hope you aren't thinking small time special. Other people would underestimate Stella Fortuna during her long life, and not one of them didn't end up regretting it. So yeah, born into rural poverty in a Calabrian village in the early 20th century, Maristella Fortuna, known as Stella, grew up inseparable from her sister Tina. Tough, vivacious and fiercely loyal, they support each other through immigration, marriage, children, loss and 7 or 8 near-death experiences Stella suffers throughout her life. It's very interesting. I really like this front cover as well. I think it's lovely. It's very, very nice. So yeah, those are the books that I received in February whilst I was out of action. Not out of action, just resting. David's fallen asleep on this though. We've been filming this video for 12 minutes. He was probably talking to me about 10 minutes ago. He's fallen asleep. David? What are you doing?
Nothing.
You just napping? Hard drive. He's just been playing FIFA all day. You got to put the washing out, David. You gonna do that now?
Yeah, when you finished.
He's a good boy, isn't he? So yes, those are the books that I've received in the month of February. Let me know if any of these are books that you are interested in, or books that you have read, or books that you'll be getting your hands on when they become published, if they're not already out yet. And I will see you all again soon for another BookTube video.